Chosen one, please stop scrolling immediately and listen to me. Do not take your eyes off this screen right now. This is not a coincidence, and it is absolutely not the algorithm, because heaven is reaching out to you directly. An insanely powerful person is trying to reach you right now. They have an insane offer that will completely rewrite your entire reality. Archangel Michael has personally routed this specific message to you, because the window for your financial and spiritual breakthrough is closing very fast. If you leave now, you will shut the door on the exact blessing your soul has been crying out for. You have prayed for this relief in the dark for so long. Do not walk away when the dawn finally arrives. Listen to me very carefully and take one slow breath. I know exactly how exhausted your physical body feels today. You have been fighting unseen battles for many long years, and you give so much to others while receiving almost nothing in return. You watch people with half your heart succeed effortlessly, and you wonder why heaven seems entirely silent to your pleas. But the truth is that heaven was never truly silent. Heaven was busy preparing a massive table for you in the presence of your enemies. The intense spiritual attacks you faced recently are not random at all, and they are absolute proof that the darkness is completely panicking. They know a massive generational wealth transfer has just been approved in your name. They thought your silence was a sign of pure weakness. They thought they had broken your spirit when they pushed you into total isolation. But what they did not realize was that solitude was your ultimate training ground, and it forged you into an incredibly powerful weapon. You did not break under the heavy pressure. You evolved into something completely and utterly untouchable. Before we go any further, I want to hold something in front of you. It is a profound secret, discovered not inside a spiritual community, but inside a high-level research laboratory. This specific discovery won the highest scientific recognition available in the world. Most chosen ones have never been told about this hidden secret. The elite want to keep it entirely locked away. This secret explains something I know you have felt deep inside your soul. It explains the frustrating gap between the person you know yourself to be and the version of you that seems available only in rare flashes. I will show you exactly what the scientists found, but I cannot reveal the full truth to you just yet. First, I need you to fully understand what was taken from you. So, I want you to hold this specific question in your mind today. What if the gap between your effort and your reward is not a character flaw? What if it actually has a precise scientific name? What if the block keeping you stuck is entirely physical, and it is something that you can easily reverse from your own home? Keep that profound question very close to your heart right now. Think back to your struggles over the last 12 painful months. You have felt a strange and heavy tightness in your tired chest. You woke up at 3 in the morning with your anxious mind racing, and ordinary people told you that you were just dealing with normal stress. Stop letting the blind world convince you that you are fundamentally broken. That heavy feeling is your spirit detecting a massive shift in your current timeline. Heaven had to ruthlessly remove counterfeit connections from your entire life. You lost friends and opportunities because that rejection was the ultimate protection protocol. You were being shielded from dangerous rooms you were never meant to enter, while God prepared you for a massive kingdom upgrade. The painful waiting season has completely ended for you today. A sacred scroll with your real name on it was just unsealed in heaven. But you must stay perfectly alert and focused on my voice right now. There is a hidden mechanism inside this breakthrough that you will completely miss if you decide to leave this message before the exact end. If you swipe away now, the blessing will still arrive at your door, but you will not know how to actually hold onto the heavy blessing. You will lack the physical key needed to unlock the generational vault. Make a solid promise to your future self right this very second. Do not let this vital message fade away into the noisy background. Your sharp intuition dragged you here because you are finally ready. The powerful person making this offer requires your absolute and undivided attention. They demand complete focus before they hand over the golden keys to the kingdom. This is not about a small amount of money or a lucky break, because this is about taking back the supreme authority that was stolen from you. Please ignore the sudden urge to look away or check your phone. Plant your tired feet firmly in the truth of this new reality. Your ultimate liberation begins the exact moment you decide to stay and listen. The elite forces are terrified of what happens when a chosen one finally wakes up, so they want to keep you distracted and completely broke. You work harder than anyone else around you. You wake up early and do the right things. You meditate and pray for a simple breakthrough, but your bank account refuses to grow at all. It feels like a heavy weight pressing on your chest, and no matter how much positive energy you put out, the heavy financial struggle never seems to end. The exhaustion is deep in your bones today. You watch ordinary people succeed with zero effort. They stumble into massive wealth and secure easy promotions, while you are left counting pennies and worrying about basic survival. It makes you question everything you believe in. You wonder if heaven simply forgot your specific address. You wonder if your intense prayers are just bouncing off the ceiling. But heaven did not forget you. Stop blaming yourself for the delays right now. Stop thinking you did something wrong to deserve this. The deep financial drought was never your fault. Heaven deliberately slowed you down to protect you. God wanted to separate you from the greedy crowd before handing over the true wealth. The bitter rejection you faced was just an intense protection protocol. You survived the brutal test. Let us pause for a sacred moment. I need you to establish a strong energy shield right now. The darkness hates when you recognize your true worth. Tap the like button as an act of agreement with what God just spoke to you. That simple action creates a physical anchor in this timeline. It locks your tired spirit into a frequency of pure abundance. You are declaring that you are ready. The crucial question I asked you to hold earlier is important. I asked, what if the gap has a scientific name? Here is the hidden truth they never told you. The reason the universe responds to certain people is not pure faith. It is not raw discipline or blind luck. It is a very specific brainwave. Scientists have a name for it. They call it gamma, and it is the exact frequency of pure miracles. This exact frequency was running perfectly in you as a child. Back then, your brilliant mind was a sponge. Bright ideas came to you with zero effort. You knew things before they actually happened. The heavy world felt like it was completely on your side. That was your natural gamma state working for you, and you possessed the effortless genius that scientists spend decades studying. Then, cold adulthood abruptly arrived. The modern world went to work on your bright mind. Chronic stress and endless screens took over. The rigid school system trained you to conform instead of create. The relentless rhythm of survival mode pushed that sacred frequency down. Every single year it was suppressed a little further. Your deep intuition was slowly buried under heavy anxiety, until the version of you with lightning intuition went silent. The brave version of you with incredible luck just faded away. When the gamma frequency fades, your natural genius fades with it. Your deep connection to the universe goes completely quiet. You feel entirely blocked because the receiver is turned off. Your intense prayers are powerful, but the physical antenna is broken. This is exactly why manifesting feels so incredibly hard. You are trying to pull down wealth with a suppressed brainwave. It is like shouting into a broken telephone. You push your exhausted mind to the absolute limit. You try to force the universe to listen to your desperate cries, but the physical mechanism blocking you is entirely hidden below the level of conscious awareness. Most people will live their entire lives without knowing this. They will die thinking they were just unlucky. They will wrongly blame the economy or their unfair childhood. But you are absolutely not most people. You are a chosen one who refused to settle for mediocrity. Your restless spirit knew something vital was missing. and the specific answer you need is closer than you think. The heavy burden of debt is not your final destiny. The constant worry about paying basic bills is an illusion. You were explicitly designed to live in a state of absolute flow. Wealth is supposed to chase you down the street. When your internal frequency matches the divine vibration, money becomes incredibly easy and opportunities begin to appear out of thin air. The insanely powerful person knows this profound truth. They understand the exact science behind your spiritual block. That is why this message found you today, of all days. You are standing on the very edge of a massive breakthrough. The heavy chains of poverty are rusting and breaking apart. You just need to keep your eyes wide open. The solution is coming before this message ends. Take a deep, slow breath and let that settle. Feel the heavy tension leaving your tight shoulders right now. You do not have to fight this exhausting battle alone anymore. The heavy lifting is already done in the spiritual realm, so now we just have to align your physical mind with the incoming victory. Do not leave this sacred space. We are about to go so much deeper into your past. Think back to that specific moment when everything simply fell apart. The friends you trusted completely disappeared. The safe plans you made crumbled into dust. You were left standing entirely alone in the sudden wreckage. And you asked yourself why heaven allowed such heavy destruction in your life while you were trying so hard to be a good person. You thought your low vibration caused the massive collapse, but here is the profound truth they tried to hide from you. That sudden collapse was absolutely not a punishment. It was a rigorous spiritual crucible designed to protect your bright aura. Heaven deliberately isolated you from those toxic spaces. You were placed into a strict period of divine isolation because God had to empty your crowded room entirely to protect you. You did nothing wrong during that painful and lonely season. The bitter rejection you experienced was actually a heavy shield of protection. God saw the quiet snakes hiding in the green grass. He knew those counterfeit connections would drain your sacred energy, so he forcefully pushed them out of your immediate timeline before they could destroy your spirit and ruin your future blessings. You are an empath with a deeply pure and giving heart. You gave too much to people who only wanted to take. You apologized when they were the ones who actually hurt you. The cruel narcissists fed on your bright light. They wanted to keep you feeling small and confused. But your brave spirit survived the dark storm alone, and you emerged from the wreckage stronger than you ever were before. That is the real reason why everything collapsed all at once. The universe was not destroying your precious life. The universe was completely dismantling the fake matrix you were trapped inside. You had to lose the baggage to fit through the narrow door. You cannot carry dead weight into a brand new timeline, and you must leave the toxic people behind to receive massive generational wealth. But this brings us to a much deeper and darker question today. You look around and see ordinary people getting exactly what they want. The shallow crowd easily grabs success and massive financial wins. They do not pray, and they do not do the heavy inner work. Yet they seem to float through life without any major friction, while you are constantly fighting just to keep your head above water. Why does the careless crowd succeed so easily while you constantly struggle? Why do the narcissists get promoted while you remain stuck? It makes absolutely no logical sense to your tired mind. You watch them celebrate their completely hollow victories, and you seriously wonder if doing the right thing is actually a foolish mistake. Do not let their loud noise deceive your pure heart today. The shallow crowd succeeds inside a highly rigged system. They are plugged into a beta wave matrix of pure survival and greed. They are rewarded because they conform perfectly to the low vibration. They never challenge the dark forces that control this physical world. Their easy success is just a heavy chain wrapped in shiny gold, and they will never understand the spiritual depth that you possess. You were built for something bigger than ordinary success. You are a rare soul and a powerful cycle breaker. You are the specific break in your bloodline that future generations will thank you for. The difficult path you walk is the steep road to becoming a true master of reality. The blind crowd could never survive the tests you endured, because their spirits are too fragile to handle the pressure. The universe does not test weak people like this. The universe only sends the hardest battles to the strongest spiritual warriors. You are being trained to handle massive generational wealth. If heaven gave you the blessing too early, it would crush your spirit. The divine delay you experienced was an act of pure and unconditional love, because God wanted to ensure you could truly hold the heavy blessing. So take a deep breath and forgive your tired past right now. Forgive the naive version of you who trusted the completely wrong people. You were operating with a pure heart in a broken world. The intense betrayal did not come to destroy your bright life. It came to forcefully upgrade your intuition and reprogram your nervous system entirely, so that you would never be fooled by the darkness again. Now you stand here with a brave heart made of solid gold. Your quiet energy demands pure respect without a single word spoken. The shallow haters are terrified because they can no longer manipulate what they cannot access. You have successfully passed the hardest test of your entire life. But the ultimate revelation about your brain is just ahead, and it will completely change the way you see your hidden potential. Please listen closely, because this next part is absolutely crucial. You are not crazy, and you are not fundamentally broken. You are a brilliant masterpiece, hidden in the dark for your own safety. God is finally ready to pull back the heavy curtain and reveal you to the entire world. The massive wealth transfer requires your absolute readiness, so you must stay completely focused on the profound secret I will share next. The answer to your struggle is not a lack of faith. The answer is hidden inside your physical brain. It is a fierce battle of unseen frequencies. While you were busy trying to heal your deep wounds, the dark system was actively working to keep your vibration low. They trapped you inside a heavy beta wave matrix. This invisible matrix is designed for pure survival. The low beta frequency is loud and incredibly anxious. It is the exact frequency of pure daily fear. The shallow crowd lives entirely inside this dense vibration. They wake up worried and they go to sleep exhausted, because the system constantly feeds them endless reasons to panic. The rigged system thrives entirely on this low vibration. It harvests their anxious energy every single day. But you were born with a totally different signal. You were explicitly born to operate on a higher level. Your bright soul naturally rejects the heavy beta matrix. The cruel narcissists hated you intensely because your pure energy completely disrupted their comfortable illusions and exposed their hidden darkness. They sensed your deep and quiet power almost immediately, and they were absolutely terrified of your bright light. So, the dark forces used a very clever trap. They could not destroy your bright soul directly. They had to forcefully attack your physical receiver instead. They used chronic stress and toxic people to force your brain out of its natural genius state and into basic survival mode. They completely hijacked your precious biological antenna today. They forced your tired mind to broadcast basic fear. This is exactly why your brilliant mind felt so foggy. This is why manifesting felt like lifting heavy boulders. Your intense prayers were absolutely beautiful and incredibly pure. But you were trying to transmit a heavenly message through a broken radio tower that the system had deliberately jammed. You did not fail the brutal spiritual test. The physical equipment was simply and quietly sabotaged. The heavy beta matrix is finally breaking apart today. You are stepping out of the thick, dark fog. The universe needs you to claim your new reality. Before we expose the exact mechanism that stole your intuition, I need you to anchor your identity in this physical timeline. You must declare your absolute readiness to the universe. You must establish a strong vibration right now. Type 111 down in the comments below. Type it to fully claim this divine alignment today. Do not let this powerful moment just pass by. Let that small physical action be the final sword that completely cuts through the heavy chains of your painful past. You are taking back your stolen spiritual authority. You are truly becoming a weapon of pure light. Feel the heavy energy shifting in your room today. The dark forces are losing their tight grip everywhere. The angry narcissists are watching everything they built crumble. They thought they could keep you trapped in the beta frequency forever, but heaven had a much bigger plan for you. You were always meant to completely escape the trap. You are the rare anomaly they could never predict. The elite system relies on your continuous daily exhaustion. They profit immensely when you feel entirely hopeless. A tired chosen one cannot claim their massive wealth. When you are constantly worrying about paying your basic bills, you cannot focus on fulfilling your divine and sacred purpose. They designed the invisible trap very carefully for you, but they severely underestimated your brave and resilient spirit. You survived every single spiritual attack they threw at you. The toxic relationships did not break your pure heart. The heavy financial drought did not destroy your strong faith. You walked through the dark valley completely alone, and you emerged with a level of quiet authority that makes demons tremble. You are no longer the bleeding and helpless empath. You are the ultimate master of your new reality. The dark system knows your breakthrough is absolutely imminent. That is why things felt so chaotic for you recently. The darkness always fights hardest right before the dawn breaks. But there is a very specific physical mechanism they use to keep the beta matrix locked inside your tired brain. It is a heavy biological lock placed on your mind, and it completely blocks your natural genius state from working. I will reveal this exact hidden mechanism very soon. You absolutely need to know how to break the heavy lock. If you leave now, you will miss the physical key. You will continue fighting an unseen enemy with your bare hands, while heaven is actively trying to hand you a powerful weapon. Pay very close attention to this next crucial part, because it will explain your entire frustrating life today. The real answers are not found in the noisy crowd. The ultimate answers are hidden inside the quiet frequency. The shallow narcissists will never be able to reach it. They are permanently stuck in the shallow waters of survival, while you are preparing to dive into the deep ocean of abundance. Your massive spiritual upgrade is already fully funded by heaven. We just need to carefully turn the physical receiver on. The heavy season of waiting is officially over for you today. The dry desert you walked through is suddenly bursting into life. Every closed door is being blown off its hinges. And while the darkness tries to maintain its grip, you are confidently stepping into the exact timeline you were born to rule. Can you feel that massive shift in your spirit right now? That is the exact frequency of your incoming and absolute victory. The dark system tried very hard to keep you completely blind. They wanted you to believe that your current struggle was permanent. They wanted you to think your bright light was completely extinguished, but they failed entirely. Your powerful soul refused to surrender to the dense beta matrix because you always knew you were meant for something much greater. You kept searching for the hidden truth in the dark, and that brave persistence brought you here today. But before we go any further, I have to tell you something important. It is something the elite who profit from your exhaustion do not want you to know. Dedicated neuroscientists working quietly away from the noisy headlines have finally discovered a profound and life-changing secret. They found a reliable way to bring your dormant brainwave back to life. They found the physical key to unlock your suppressed intuition. They did not do this through years of exhausting meditation. They know most chosen ones cannot sustain that kind of heavy effort, and they did not use biofeedback machines that cost $7,000 in a clinical setting. Instead, they discovered a specific sound frequency that guides your brain back to pure genius without requiring any conscious effort from you. They found something far simpler and much more aligned with your design. This specific frequency brings you back to the exact state you had as a gifted child. Princeton University studied this remarkable brainwave phenomenon. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed its incredible power. Columbia University even found that when this brainwave is successfully reactivated, it begins to positively influence every single person who stands near you. Your restored energy actually heals your tired family. It only takes 7 minutes a day to achieve this powerful state. That is all it truly takes to break the heavy chains, and it begins working the very first time you close your eyes and listen. I will tell you exactly what it is called and how to access it before this message ends. But first, there is something else you urgently need to understand about your delayed breakthrough today. You must understand why the massive shift is happening right now. The universe does not operate on random coincidences at all. The heavy lifting is done, and the spiritual wealth transfer is officially approved. Heaven was just waiting for the physical science to finally catch up, so that your biological receiver could safely handle the massive influx of wealth. God provides the exact physical tool right when we are ready. Your intense prayers have been heard loudly in the heavenly courts. The divine answer has finally manifested in a way you did not expect. The elite want to keep this powerful frequency completely hidden from you. They know perfectly well that when a chosen one restores their physical receiver, they become an unstoppable force that effortlessly attracts true abundance. They want to prevent you from rewriting your generational patterns. You have done the heavy inner work for many long years. You forgave the toxic narcissists, and you healed your deep wounds. Now you just need the physical key to open the final golden door. The miraculous breakthrough you have been desperately waiting for is standing right on your front porch today. The heavy burden of financial anxiety is about to be lifted from your tired shoulders forever. Take a deep breath and let this profound truth settle. Allow your tense muscles to completely relax in this safe space. The heavy chains of poverty and confusion are falling away right now. You are finally stepping out of the dark shadows, and your entire reality is about to shift in ways that will leave the shallow crowd completely speechless. The universe is heavily stacking the deck in your absolute favor. The sudden miracles will start happening in your daily life very soon. You will experience massive eureka moments where complex problems simply solve themselves. Financial opportunities will begin to appear completely out of thin air. You will finally feel the comforting sense that the vast universe is working directly with you every single day. The quiet synchronicities will become a normal part of your everyday existence. Your entire bloodline has waited centuries for this exact moment. The generational curses that plagued your family are dissolving into dust. The dark patterns of poverty and sickness are finally being broken by your brave choices. You are the rare soul who bravely stood up to the darkness, and heaven honors that incredible courage by handing you the ultimate scientific advantage. You are becoming a master of reality. Listen closely, because the grand design is finally revealing itself today. The terrible isolation you suffered was simply preparing your pure heart. The scientific discovery was preparing the physical tool for your tired brain. And now these two powerful forces are colliding perfectly in your current timeline to produce an absolute miracle. The divine alignment is completely flawless and orchestrated for your maximum benefit. But I have to give you a very serious warning right now. The darkness knows you are about to grab the golden key, and they have set one final trap right before the glorious finish line. It is a fatal illusion designed to make you stumble, and it always appears just moments before you receive your massive inheritance. If you are not completely prepared, you will walk right into the hidden snare today. You can feel the heavy atmosphere shifting in your room right now. The long, dark night is ending today. The beautiful dawn is breaking over your spiritual horizon. But before you step fully into the pure light, I must urgently warn you about a fatal trap waiting right ahead. The dark forces know they cannot stop your massive blessing, so they have carefully planned a very clever distraction to make you completely stumble. This is the fatal trap I warned you about earlier. It happens to almost every chosen one right before their ultimate breakthrough. You will suddenly hear from toxic people from your painful past. An old narcissist will randomly send you a text message, and someone who deeply betrayed you will suddenly try to reach out and offer a fake apology. This is absolutely not a random coincidence today. They are not reaching out because they suddenly changed their ways. They are reaching out because their dark spirits sense your rapidly rising frequency. They can literally feel your pure energy ascending into a brand new timeline. And they want to desperately pull you back down into the heavy beta matrix because they want to steal your bright light before you completely escape their grip. This is the ultimate test of your new quiet authority today. The universe is watching closely to see how you respond to this fake bait. Do not reply to their manipulative messages at all. Do not offer them any explanation or closure. A completely healed person no longer tolerates dangerous confusion disguised as fake love, and your absolute silence is the sharpest weapon you possess right now. Let them drown in the heavy silence of your total absence. They do not deserve access to the upgraded version of you. Your pure energy demands absolute respect without a single word spoken. When you confidently ignore their toxic bait, you prove to the vast universe that you are fully ready to handle the massive wealth transfer that is coming. You prove that your brave spirit is untouchable. You are seeing the profound signs everywhere you look lately. You are noticing angel numbers like 1, 1, 1 and 7, 7, 7 constantly. You feel a strange and peaceful calmness while the heavy world around you panics. This deep peace is the undeniable proof that your frequency is completely shifting, and the universe is loudly confirming that your spiritual alignment is totally real. Stop letting ordinary people tell you that these signs are just random. The shallow crowd is completely blind to the deeper spiritual reality. They cannot see the massive golden doors opening right in front of you. But your sharp intuition knows the profound truth today, because the beautiful miracles you have been desperately waiting for are finally lining up perfectly in your brand new timeline. You must guard this precious energy with your entire life right now. Do not let the dark system distract you in these final crucial moments. The elite forces are watching the spiritual radar with pure terror. They know perfectly well that when a true master of reality wakes up, their rigged system loses its heavy power over you. You are becoming a massive threat to their dark empire. This is why the physical mechanism we discussed earlier is so incredibly important. You have won the heavy spiritual battle in the unseen realm, but you live in a physical world that constantly tries to lower your pure vibration. You absolutely need the physical key to lock this high frequency into your brain permanently, so that you possess a reliable shield to protect your divine inheritance. The incredible scientists who discovered this secret understood your exact struggle. They knew that chosen ones are constantly bombarded by heavy negative energy every day. They realized that deep meditation is often impossible when you are fighting intense battles, so they engineered a brilliant physical bridge to safely carry you over the dark waters. This physical bridge does not require you to fight anymore. It simply requires you to sit back and easily receive the blessing. The exhausting season of fighting for your fragile life is completely over today. You are confidently stepping into an era of effortless and massive abundance, and the heavy generational curses are completely shattered on the floor behind your tired feet. You are truly the powerful anomaly they could never predict. You are the rare soul who walked through pure hell and brought back heaven. And now heaven is actively preparing to hand you the ultimate physical reward. The glorious dawn is completely washing away the bitter tears of your painful past, while you are confidently standing on the very edge of absolute and total liberation today. Take a very deep breath and gather your quiet strength right now. The most important revelation of your entire life is coming next. I am about to expose the precise name of the physical tool. I will show you exactly how to reactivate your stolen genius state, because the final piece of this divine puzzle is ready to be completely revealed. Do not look away from this screen for a single second. The dark forces will completely try to distract you right now. They want you to close this message before you receive the physical key. But you are far too smart to fall for their cheap tricks today, and your sharp intuition knows that the massive shift you prayed for is happening. The waiting season is officially over. The dry desert you walked through has suddenly burst into an oasis of divine favor. Every single closed door is being blown off its hinges right now. Can you feel that massive shift in your tired spirit? That is the exact frequency of absolute and total victory. You are stepping fully into the timeline you were explicitly born to rule today. The profound question I asked you to hold at the beginning of this message is important. What if the heavy gap is absolutely not a character flaw? Here is the final answer. A specific frequency called the gamma wave was running perfectly in you as a gifted child. Princeton University studied it closely. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed its massive power to completely change reality. Columbia University found that restoring this wave radiates outward to protect your family. A dedicated team of brilliant neuroscientists spent long years compressing this clinical protocol into 7 simple minutes. But before I reveal what they built, let me tell you about 2 chosen ones. A woman from California had tried absolutely everything. Meditation and endless prayer brought zero relief. After 2 weeks of using this hidden frequency, she said the heavy fog completely cleared. Her struggling marriage shifted beautifully. She described her daily life as deeply enchanted for the very first time. Then there was a desperate man from Texas. He used it to safely guide his failing business. 2 months later, his wife joked that his IQ had jumped 20 points effortlessly. The hardest problems he lost sleep over started solving themselves while he slept peacefully. He finally felt like his tired brain was running on what it was always supposed to run on. That is exactly what the research team built for you. They call it the Genius Song. It is absolutely not a meditation app or a generic soundtrack. It is advanced brain entrainment technology. It compresses 1 full hour of deep clinical protocol into 7 quiet minutes. You do not chant or try hard. You just wear headphones and let the sacred frequency do what your brain desperately needs. The Genius Song is definitely not for everyone. It is strictly reserved for the chosen one who has done the deep inner work. It is for the brave soul who needs their physical receiver restored. If your spirit confirms this is for you today, the golden path is completely open. Clinical biofeedback sessions cost hundreds of dollars per hour. In-home machines run into the heavy thousands. What the Genius Song delivers is available to you today for a tiny fraction of its true value. It also includes 4 powerful bonuses to protect your family and sustain your new gamma state perfectly. You get a special audio for your children, the original prosperity text, a guided visualization, and a daily habits guide. Here is the deeper truth about your painful waiting today. The divine provision arranged for you does not arrive as something completely new. It arrives as something you easily recognize. A suppressed brain completely misses the beautiful recognition every single time. What has been placed in your path is already there waiting for you. The sacred arrangement is fully in motion. The chosen one who restores their receiver today finally sees what was always there. Do not look for this sacred tool on streaming platforms. The dark forces flood the internet with dangerous counterfeits that carry no entrainment technology. They desperately want to steal your rising vibration. The only authentic version is safely protected from the shallow crowd. The universe requires absolutely zero risk from a chosen one. If you do not feel the immediate energetic shift, your earthly investment is completely returned without question. That is an energetic exchange governed by absolute trust. Access the true frequency through the link waiting for you in the pinned comment and the description below. The physical tool is never the final destination. The tool simply restores the broken receiver so the beautiful destination can be recognized when it arrives. God does not require you to purchase anything to be unconditionally loved. What was described is just one bridge to restore the receiver. Whether that specific path is for you or not, the absolute truth of this powerful message remains entirely yours. Let us go much deeper into the glorious reality waiting for you now. You have been completely forged in the hot fires of deep betrayal. You survived the brutal storms that would have easily crushed an ordinary person. Now you stand here as the undeniable master of your physical reality. The dark forces cannot touch your bright spirit ever again, because your pure energy demands complete and total submission today. You are no longer the bleeding empath who begged the blind world to be understood. You are a weapon of pure light. Your absolute silence has become a massive shield that terrifies the narcissists. They are watching you ascend into a timeline of incredible wealth and deep peace. Everything you lost in the dark season is being returned to you in massive and unexpected ways. The universe is making everything right. For the chosen one whose tired spirit confirmed what was described earlier today, the physical path remains completely open in the pinned comment below. That is the absolute final time it will be mentioned in this message. What follows now belongs entirely to the sacred sealing of your new reality. You have safely reached the final threshold of your very long journey. The heavy doors of your painful past are locking firmly behind you. Take a slow, deep breath and prepare your brave spirit. You are no longer the broken empath who constantly begged the blind world to be understood. The heavy crucible of pain has forged you into the untouchable master of your reality. From this exact moment on, your pure energy demands absolute respect without a single word spoken. The divine wealth you were promised is flowing effortlessly into your brand new timeline. The dark forces can only watch your massive rise from a very safe distance today because they have lost all their heavy power over your bright soul. You are a powerful cycle breaker and a rare anomaly in this loud world. The heavy generational curses that haunted your family for centuries stop right here with you. Your future descendants will look back at this exact timeline and thank heaven for your immense courage. You bravely chose to fight the heavy spiritual battles, while everyone else simply surrendered to the beta matrix. You carried the heavy torch of absolute truth through the absolute darkest nights. The profound silence you carry now is absolutely not a sign of sad defeat. Your quiet energy is a massive shield of divine authority that completely terrifies the shallow narcissists. They foolishly thought they had buried your bright light under their heavy lies and toxic manipulation, but they completely forgot that you are a sacred seed planted directly by God. You grew beautifully in the dark, while they withered in the shallow sun. You easily outlasted every single one of their brutal attacks. The massive spiritual wealth transfer is no longer a distant promise for your distant future. It is a physical reality manifesting in your daily life, starting this very week. Keep your bright eyes completely open for the sudden synchronicities arriving at your front door. The universe is actively aligning incredible people and massive financial resources to fully support your sacred mission. Everything you touch will begin to prosper with absolute ease and divine grace. The pitch-black darkness has completely retreated behind you today. The beautiful dawn of a brand new era is shining its brightest rays onto your spiritual crown. You successfully survived the brutal storms that broke so many ordinary people in this physical world. You walked entirely alone through the heavy valley of deep shadows, and you emerged holding the bright light of 1,000 brilliant suns. The universe is incredibly proud of your pure and resilient heart. But you must explicitly lock this powerful frequency into this physical timeline right now. The dark forces will absolutely attempt to attack your tired mind the second you close this message. They desperately want you to immediately forget the profound truth you just heard today. You must establish a heavy barricade of pure protective light around your spirit right now. You need a physical action to completely seal this beautiful reality and block the enemy out forever. If this fiery message has reignited the strong faith inside you today, do not keep this great blessing to yourself. There is a tired soul out there bleeding in the dark of deep despair right now. They desperately need a guiding light to find their way back home. Share this powerful video with them immediately. Sowing the seed of pure hope today is actively multiplying the massive blessing for your own bright future. Do not hesitate to be their answered prayer. When you share this sacred truth, you become a direct partner with heaven itself. You boldly prove to the vast universe that your open hands are fully ready to give and receive. Do not let hidden greed or fear block your incoming generational wealth today. Click the share button and send this high frequency to someone who needs a divine rescue. Let your brave action be the final sword that completely cuts through their heavy chains of depression. Your beautiful season of painful waiting is entirely over. The massive kingdom upgrade is fully installed in your brave spirit today. Heaven is walking directly beside you in every single step you take from this glorious moment forward. You are deeply loved, and you are fiercely protected by the highest power in the universe. Step forward confidently into your beautiful new reality today. I will see you in the bright light of your massive and inevitable breakthrough.